The practice I'll be telling you about now is yogic 4-part breath. If you want to do this in conjunction with alternate nostril breathing to balance the two sides of the brain, then see the video on Alom Vilom. If you want to start with the yogic 3-part breath, you can see that video. But the 4-part breath is also called box breathing. Even the Marines? Even certain branches of the military use this to help soldiers be calm in stressful situations. So it's a very well studied and regarded practice for calming the nervous system. And it's very simple. You just want to breathe in nice and smooth through the nose, and then hold. Breathe out through the nose. Hold. Breathe in through the nose. Hold. Out through the nose. Hold. And again. Just like that, like a box. That's why it's box breathing. So that's to a count of 4, but let's continue with you doing it at your own pace. If you want to experiment and make the practice more powerful, you can close your eyes and look up towards the area of your prefrontal cortex, right here between your eyebrows. When we're having anxiety and feeling like we're going into fight, flight, freeze, the amygdala shuts down some of the access to this prefrontal cortex. When our amygdala gets activated and we're feeling like we're in fight, flight, freeze, or experiencing anxiety, or that kind of like contracted feeling, or like our view is very narrow, we have very fixed ideas about things, it's a sense that the amygdala is activated and it shuts off some of the access to the prefrontal cortex. By looking at the prefrontal cortex, by putting our attention there, it brings it online more, because what your attention goes to tends to increase in intensity, feel more alive and active. So combining that with a 4-part breath can be very powerful. And as you're continuing to practice, I'll let you know something else you can do to make it more powerful. And that is to imagine an image that feels soothing, brings a sense of grounding, resourcing. Maybe you sometimes walk where there's trees. You can picture those trees. Or you can make up an image. Maybe climbing to the top of a mountain, feeling yourself strong, standing on that mountain at the top. Maybe feeling the cool breeze on the top of the mountain as you exhale. As you're holding at the bottom, you might sense the groundedness of your feet standing on that mountain. And maybe as you're breathing in, a sense of spaciousness. You can play around. You don't have to be too serious about this. Play around and see what feels even fun to you, supportive, grounding, light. Another thing you could do is practice sensing light and energy coming up from the earth. In the West, a lot of our problem is with having energy sunk into the lower part of our body and not having it come up to the upper areas of our body. So you can imagine drawing that energy up all the way to the crown of your head, just feeling that energy in the area of your prefrontal cortex. Then with the out breath, kind of just letting go and relaxing into that. Maybe sensing the energy flowing through your body. holding at the bottom, and then drawing energy up again. If it's hard for you to imagine something like that, you can even have a picture of something that feels calming to you. Keep your eyes open and focusing on that picture. So you're the expert on your experience, and you can play with the practice and adjust it for what works better for you. And I invite you to practice this at least once a day. And then you can practice it as needed if you're feeling stressed. And you can also do it with your eyes open if you're in a meeting or you're in a stressful situation, just noticing your breath. Gentle holding at the top, out breath, holding at the bottom. And you can invite that sense of groundedness, which actually will happen more quickly the more you practice it, because your body will start to feel it as a trigger that it's time to calm down. So it's one of those practices that gets more powerful the more you practice it. So I hope this is something that brings you calm and groundedness and ease in stressful situations. And if it's something that doesn't, feel free to let that go and try a different practice. Thank you.